I think you're good. I'm, like, in the yellow a little bit, but when I'm looking
Um,
at your okay, now you just got to the yellow. You should be
yeah.
good. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I'm in the red. Honestly, I think this episode, the whole like, goal is just to stay in the red because last episode you couldn't hear shit.
You could hear me
So
loud and clear. It's usually the
God
other way around.
damn. I know. I don't know. I adjusted the gain. All right. So sorry, technical difficulties. We had some last week, trying to avoid some this week. But hey guys, welcome back to Fashionably Broke Podcast.
Heck yeah. And we are on episode 30. 30.
30. 30.
Yeah, like this is crazy. And I know y'all are probably tired of us hearing that, but like it's just the fact that we've made it through 30 episodes. Like
30
that's
consecutive.
30 weeks.
Yes.
30
Like
weeks
that's
that we've gone through.
absolutely insane. And like to put it in like another like perspective, we're in August. It is literally the 31st. Tomorrow is the 1st. Like 8 months in, practically.
Yeah.
8 months. And then before that, we were doing all this other work months before that we even like released. So this has basically like almost been a year for us. Like that's insane. 30 episodes. Like it's a huge like number for us. For y'all might be like, okay, like 30. Yeah, y'all say that every week. But like this is crazy. I'm so proud of us.
It's like hitting the big ones, and like we're just seeing like followers increase, more engagement, and like it's just so fun to like watch and be a part, because honestly we come on here each and every week and we just like talk and spill everything, and we never know how an episode is going to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely no idea. We really try to plan it. But like, of course, some things just don't go to plan. Or like, after we get off an episode, we like look at each other and we're like, that was not the best. And then some episodes we're like, holy shit, that was so great. Like, we're so proud of that episode already. So it's just been a fun ride, and we're so appreciative to all of y'all that listen, and like, I mean, y'all keep us going too. So
yeah, like the amount of text messages I've got, like checking in weekly, talking to me about the topics we talk about. People sending lemon drop martinis, espresso martinis. Like, I'm trying out my first one. I'm like, I freaking love y'all.
It makes me so happy. And then even too, like, we get random comments all the time from people. I mean, obviously, we have no idea who they are, and they're like, y'all are my favorite. Like, I look forward to listening to y'all every Monday. And like, it just blows my mind. Cause like, I don't know, sometimes like, I feel like we kind of get in the periods where we're like, okay, like we hear from our friends a lot, or like our family, of course, being like, oh, listen to this episode, loved it. Like, this is a great topic, or like, oh, that was crazy. Like, tell me more about this, like after they listen. And so like to also hear from people that we don't know who they are and like know that they're out there listening to us, like they're like one of our friends, they're having girl chat with us, like it's so great.
I remember when we got one of like our first comments, and I was like, Maddie, like, do you know her? And Maddie's like, no, do you? And I was like, no. I was like, this is awesome.
It really is like truly just like a cool feeling. But again, we really appreciate it, and we wouldn't have gotten to 30 episodes without y'all. So thank you guys, and I feel like we're just gonna have so many love. We're gonna have so much great things like planned moving forward. Like, then we're gonna hit episode 50 and then episode 100, and then like, so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see where this goes. We already have some stuff in the works on some changes, just making everything better and better and better. So we're really excited to, nail those down and release those too in the next few episodes. You never know when the change is coming.
Yeah. So get ready, buckle up. The journey is just beginning, but I feel like it's going pretty well. So it can only go up from here.
It's going better than I ever imagined.
Oh, honestly, I was a little scared we'd make it to like 10 episodes and we'd be like,
and just be like, I'm out of here. It's not really working for me.
But there was 1 week that we did end up having to like skip because both like you and I were out of town and all of that. And I remember like that off week, I was like, I felt so weird not recording. Like, I felt like I hadn't talked to you in like a month, and that like something was missing inside of me. And I'm like, well, like, what's happening? Like, why am I feeling like this? And I'm like, oh, it's because we didn't record.
We didn't record the pod,
Yeah.
obviously.
Like, I'm
Life's
lost without
thrown
it.
off.
I'm lost without it. Like, I need my little couple of hours because, you know, I wish sometimes it was as short as the episodes that we release.
Yeah, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot of prep. There's a lot of things, but it's so much fun, and
It
I am
really
so
is.
glad that everyone has been around for the long haul and even further, to come. But we are getting into a topic today
Uh-huh. A
that
topic.
I'm not so excited to talk about. Lots of people have asked.
Yes.
I mean, this has been our number one question for months
A
on end.
while, and we keep pushing it off. We keep avoiding it.
Yeah, and Maddie's like, okay, let's do it this episode. I'm like, nope, not this episode.
And I'm like, listen,
not right now.
We have to talk about it. We can't keep pushing it off. And I feel like episode 30 is the perfect episode to talk about it. So,
agreed.
Today we are going to hit on flirting.
Gag.
So, yeah. Which, too, I feel like it is like, we've been putting it off. I've said that a million times. But, like, we have gotten so many questions or just DMs to have an episode about flirting advice, like, you know, everything flirting, how to, you know, talk to men almost. And, like,
right.
Not only, like, do we not, like, we didn't want to talk about it, it also is kind of like an awkward, like, flirting's awkward in general. And talking about flirting.
Just, like, awkward, weird, and, like, everyone always thinks, like, flirting just has to come, like, naturally, but, like, to most people it doesn't, aka me. Like, I don't even like using that word because I'm like, ew, I'm cringing at myself if I think I'm trying to flirt with a guy out. And, like, I think he's probably just like, sis, like, this is not working. Stop.
It is.
So I'm excited to get into it because sometimes you just have to laugh at yourself. And, like, if they don't love you, like, screw them. If they don't think you're funny, bye.
But also, I feel like it's a good topic to talk about because, like, there is this weird stigma behind flirting and, like, it being awkward and cringy and weird. But it's like, everyone does it. Even if, like, you don't like to do it, everyone does it.
Right. And at the end of the day, like, honestly, guys are so stupid, they probably don't even know you're trying to flirt.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Honestly, it's a win-win either way. And just, like, do it.
I mean, I don't know if you would, or if y'all should, like, really actually take our advice, but
I don't know.
You know, we're gonna talk about it because we are professionals in flirting. Okay, no, but, like, on not like a serious note, but, like, on a note, I actually enjoy flirting. I like flirting.
Of course you do.
I think it's fun. And,
the one who's been in a relationship for years, like, of course. Like, could you give some to me? Do you mind?
Well, see, that's the thing is, like, I kind of made the first move in a way when it came to Morgan and I, sort of.
Okay.
In a sense. So
take pride in it. You did it.
I
did nothing.
Honestly, he would have never have actually met me if it weren't for me having balls and being like, here's my phone number, okay? But
exactly.
I don't know. I love flirting, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes, you know, I'll still flirt to get a free drink.
Obviously, as you should.
And he condones it. Yes. 1,000%. He's like, I mean, if you don't have to pay, like, you don't have to pay. But, okay, so flirting advice. Again, it's just kind of an awkward topic to talk about flirting instead of actually doing it. But
I was taking a shower this morning, and let me just be real and upfront. I did not want to go into this topic because, like, I just don't know anything of it. I just don't want to be in a relationship right now. I just don't even want to think about flirting. Like, I just want men to stay away from me. Which, like,
as you should, though.
Like, exactly, as I should. But I jotted down some things that's just like an easy, like, hit and go of, like, the basics I want to say, because I think we can get to, like, overthinking it, like, when we're flirting and whatever. So obviously, number one, always be yourself. Like, don't ever try to be someone else.
1,000%.
Like, don't
1,000%.
try to be the cool girl or like the loud, funny girl. Like, when that's not you, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
just be you naturally up front. And honestly, like, you don't want to talk to someone who like doesn't enjoy like the real you
Or yeah,
know?
no, exactly. You're like, who thinks you're something else, someone else, and then
Right.
it's like, okay, if something were to actually come from flirting, which nothing has to come from flirting if you don't want it
Right.
to. It could just be like, hey, I'm gonna go out, flirt with guys, have a night, and then go home, be single,
Mm-hmm.
stay single, live my life. But
Yeah.
uh, be who you are, like be you through and through.
Right.
If they don't want to talk to you, ew, then bye. You don't want to talk to them.
Peace out. Exactly. And then a second one, ladies, let me drill this into your freaking head. Let them chase you. Do not give in quickly. Do
Okay.
not do it. There needs
Okay.
to be just like some kind of like, ooh, like what is she? I'm not saying ignore them. I'm not
Uh-huh.
saying that. I'm just saying there needs to be some kind of question in their head, like,
Oh, of
oh,
course.
what is she doing? Like, oh, why isn't she like responding fast to me? Like, kind of thing. There
Yeah.
always just needs to be at first a little bit of distance.
Okay. Okay. No, I can see
Okay.
that. I think in some aspects. To me, on the other hand, I
Ew.
think no, I think that I guess in a little bit I'll explain like a scenario. Um,
Okay.
but I think that yes, there needs to be like mystery behind you. But I
Mm-hmm.
also think that guys melt. You will have them in the palm of your hands if you are like the ballsy one, if you make the first
Right.
move. You,
Right.
you will literally have them on a leash, and then you can be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go over here and stop talking to you, and then like, and you stay over there. They'll be
Yeah.
they will be infatuated. So like leave them
Mhm.
with mystery, but also if you feel so inclined, make them move. Like be bold, be ballsy, because I feel like it, just really gets them.
Right. And I'm saying, like, at first, like, I think you totally need to be ballsy and, like, you
Uh
need to put yourself out there. And that's something that I need to work on
huh.
with myself is, like, being willing to, like, go up and talk to people.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I say no one comes up to me at the bar, no one comes up to me at the bar. Nobody. And like I don't know why, but like the guys that I've dated in the past, the guys like my guy friends kind of thing before they knew me, every guy has said you're just very intimidating and like you look
Mm-hmm.
mean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my face.
You're like, okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
come to get to
So
know me.
I've made it my mission to like at least go up to like three guys in one night and just be like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Like, blah, 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 introduce yourself kind of thing. Like, put yourself out there because as much as you want to think that the perfect guy is going to come knocking on your door,
Uh-huh.
he's not going to. Like, you have to be willing to put yourself out
You
there.
do.
You have to be willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
Like,
You have
there's
to
going to
make
be a lot of uncomfortable such situations
yes.
before there's one where it's like, ooh, like I kind of feel like a spark between us
Yeah.
kind of
Or
thing.
like you even get comfortable too.
Yeah.
And then also like I don't know, I advise to like I said earlier, like go out and flirt with no intentions, but honestly to practice.
Right. No, exactly. But to freaking practice and get a free drink out of
Practice.
it and then say,
Like there's no harm done.
see you
Yeah,
later.
exactly. Be like, see you later. If you give them, your number, just don't text them back.
Exactly. I block it.
Which like
Honestly.
is terrible. We're not condoning ghosting, but sometimes it's necessary.
No, yeah. I done that plenty of times. I'm like,
Me too.
it was funny talking to you last night and now you're like blowing up my phone like
Well,
no.
I'm not trying to sidetrack us, but like honestly, I think ghosting is like necessary in some situations. If it's a
Oh,
situation
100%.
where like y'all have been talking for a while or like y'all know each other pretty well other than like you've met once, you've met twice maybe, you can ghost if you've met once or twice.
And
Maybe
like
if you've
I
gone on a
don't
couple
even like
dates. don't ghost.
consider that, like, yes, that's ghosting, but to the point of where y'all have met like once and then
Yeah.
y'all like
You don't know
exchange
me.
numbers. Yeah, you don't know me.
You
Like,
don't know me.
honestly, like that probably wasn't even the right number I gave you.
No,
Like,
exactly.
but you just need to put yourself out there, and I'm
Yes.
speaking to myself too. I need to be more willing and more open to just like flirt without thinking like, oh, am I trying to get a boyfriend, or oh,
And
does he
no,
like me?
yeah.
Like you said, literally doing it for practice
And like
and
a
like
confidence boost. To me also it makes it's like
exactly.
flirting, I feel like at the end of the day shouldn't be uncomfortable. I feel like it actually should, and like I hate to be all girl power, but like
Mhm.
I feel like it should make you feel like empowered. You know, like
No, it should make you feel
it
like
is
you're on top of the
weird,
world.
but exactly, it should make you that should make you feel like you're on top of the world. Like you are just like this bad bitch. Like you are like
Mhm.
the woman on top.
Yeah, look at me. I've talked to all these guys tonight, and I'm just doing it for practice, baby. None of y'all even matter.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I feel like with flirting it does come like, dating. And I
Mm-hmm.
think in today's world, dating gets confusing
Yes.
because there's such thing as like dating around. Going on dates with multiple people,
Yes.
just because you go on a date, a first date, even a second date with someone, doesn't mean you can't be going on dates with
With other
others.
people.
Because the thing is, you are never going to know your type, what you dislike, what you don't like, or what you like, or
Unless
what you, what am I trying,
what
what
you
you
like
like or
and
what
what you don't like.
you don't like. God, why was that so hard for me to get
It's
out?
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Until
We're
like
fine.
you see it in front of you, kind of
Yeah.
thing, and you're like, yeah, I don't really like that.
How it was always explained to me is like you have to kick a few tires, which like okay, take that as you will, but
Right.
I truly believe I okay, I this sounds terrible because I have a boyfriend who I love very much, but I enjoyed being single so much, but I also enjoyed dating around in a sense of
Hmm.
like if I met a guy and I thought he was cute and I liked him, you know, in a sense of like, oh, like, you know, like we could see like what happens here.
Right.
1,000%, if he's gonna ask me on a date, I'll say yes.
Right.
And towards the end of my singleness, before I
Hmm.
met, I started going on dates a lot. And like was finally got out of that like headspace of like, no, I don't want to go, like I'm scared, whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
screw it, it's free dinner. If it sucks, it sucks. Like then that sucks. But if it doesn't, like, hey, free dinner and I had fun. Like you just have to not overthink it. And like, yes, dating is like awkward. Like going on dates are awkward, especially if you don't like if you
Hmm.
don't know them, like it could go south and then you're like, what do you do? But like
Right.
don't think about it and just go.
And like
When
that's
you're
my
ready. Like
issue.
when you're ready. That's the thing, is like don't feel inclined to do it. You know? Especially with you.
Right. Right. Exactly. And like I don't think like I don't want to go on dates right now. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Whenever
long
you're
history, long
ready.
story. Like
Yes.
it's just you need to be completely like doing this for yourself and not doing it to
Yes.
first off like move on,
Or
get
like
over
fill a
someone.
void. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And I have a bunch of friends who like are wanting to go on dates and they, schedule the date and then like it comes day of and they're like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But like I would be that way too, but you just have to like power through
You
and the
just
more and
have
more
to
you
do
go
it.
on, like it's going to be like it's no big deal.
But also too, like honestly, it's another way. Like think of it as like networking at work or you
Right.
know for
Go
your
to a work
job. Like
event.
it's basically the same thing except you're just doing one-on-one. Like you're not like,
Right.
you know, oh, this guy might be my husband. No, like you're
Right.
literally just going to dinner, getting to know someone. Or even
Right.
don't even do dinner, do a coffee date. Coffee dates last what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes and then bye.
30
See ya.
minutes if it's a great one, then like an hour and a half. Who knows? You could get crazy.
Right.
But like
Let's order some lunch now that
God.
we're here.
No, exactly. Like, are you hungry? Do you want something other than a muffin?
Yeah.
But like a coffee date is probably one of the most ideal places to go on like a
Hmm.
first date.
Right.
That or like go grab a cocktail somewhere,
I was
you
about to
know?
say, yeah, or just like grabbing drinks. Like, you don't always have to go on a dinner date
Yeah.
with drinks
You
included with an activity. Like, that's a lot of time.
Yeah,
You just
that's a
like,
lot.
whoa,
No,
whoa,
that's
whoa.
like third date vibes. That's like,
Right.
okay, we've gone on a couple dates. Obviously, we're going on a third date. We like somewhat like each other. We
Mm-hmm.
somewhat like to spend some time together. So like, let's add in
Right.
an activity. Let's have dinner
Yeah.
and an activity, okay? But like, you have to
Yeah. It
slowly
just starts
work
to
your
build.
way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. But it's just like getting over that like slump and like
Yeah,
of like not wanting to date and then like actually wanting to date, but like being nervous. I mean, it's only natural to be
of
nervous about
course.
anything and everything, but you just have to push through.
No,
It
I
could be the
agree.
best thing ever, or
Even
it could
if
be the worst thing
I
ever.
was
You
about
never
to say,
know.
even if it is horrible, honestly, I've enjoyed those dates too because I have a funny ass story or
Yeah,
something
it's a story
funny
to tell.
happens.
Yeah, or
Yes.
like you're texting your friend under the table, like send the SOS call, like get me out of here now.
No,
Like that's
exactly.
funny.
God, but really, like dating and flirting aren't as scary as like I feel like trick ourselves into thinking
Right.
that they are. I mean, the main goal is be yourself 100%. Yeah, sure, like, if you're more introverted, yes, you have to put yourself out there and you kind of have to work up that courage to like, okay, like I can talk to them, like I can say yes to
Right.
going on this date and like I understand especially if you're introverted or just like shy in general.
Mhm.
And it takes a like while to, warm up to people. That is scary, but like if you just kind of say yes to one thing, like, okay, you're going out and, you're in the headspace where like, you want to start dating or you want to go on dates, you want to meet guys, just keep things very casual. Like,
Right.
just go out like with the mindset or like hang out with friends, go to dinner with friends with the mindset of like, okay, like, if someone were to try to talk to me, I just gotta go with the flow, be cool with it
Right.
and almost have like a goal, not like a goal in mind to be like, I have to get a phone number, I have to talk to a guy. Like, no, like just go in with the mindset of like, if it were to happen, like that would be great. Like, and I won't be nervous and I
Right.
won't be shy. And like, I'm going to put myself out there just a little bit.
And I think that's also my issue is like in life I've never been like a go with the flow galley, you know? And
Uh-huh.
that's like
It's kind of like you just can't have expectations because,
right.
and like, also, I think that's another thing that really holds people back when they are like ready to, kind of put themselves out there is
Mhm.
there are expectations, but it's not
Right.
your fault. It's not, it's not anyone's fault other than like
Mhm.
honestly society's because like, you know, there's all of these things, social media, movies, like TV shows, but like you just
Right.
can't have expectations
Yeah. Just go
when
into
you're
it.
putting
Just
yourself out there.
having fun and don't expect like anything out of it. Just go to have fun.
Yeah, no,
And like that's what you need in life. Like if you're flirting and like wanting to start dating or wanting to start like looking around, like it should be fun. It
it
shouldn't be
should
like
be
a
fun.
hassle or it shouldn't be like, oh, I have to have a boyfriend by this time. Like,
And
oh
and if it
God,
is,
no.
if it is, take a step back, reevaluate.
Yeah,
You might not be ready,
right.
and that's okay.
Oh, good one. Good call out. Mm.
Like to me, I get, yeah, if you like start to have those like feelings, those thoughts,
Hmm.
like you might think that you're ready, but you really might not be ready. Like
Right.
you will hit a point and it's different for everybody where you're kind of like, you start to meet these people or like you go out to the bar, you feel really comfortable like flirting and talking to like certain guys and then they ask you out and like you don't really think to say like no. You're like, yeah, sure, like let's go grab
Right.
drinks, let's go grab dinner, let's go to play mini golf.
Right. And I think it's just like the flip of a switch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like one day like you're just ready to be like, yeah, I'm ready to meet new people. Like I'm over this. Like I want to put myself out there a little more and like be vulnerable and like have
Yeah.
confidence like in myself. And like I think
Yes.
a lot of women like our age, honestly every age like struggles with confidence. And
Oh,
I feel
a
like that
thousand
is
percent.
something that we need to work on 110%. I mean, am I confident every single day? Like, no, but like
Yeah, hell
in
no, no one
general,
is.
no,
Yeah.
no one is. Like in general, do I feel like a very confident person? Like, yeah, I do. And like I just want everyone to like get to that level of where you feel like great in your body or great in
Mhm.
your outfit or just something like that. And that's why I love like fashion too, because it's not just like looking good, like
Yeah.
it's feeling good too. And like I just feel like that all like intertwines with each other is like
It's like
if
yeah,
you
just
don't look good, if you don't feel good, like you're not going to be confident within
yeah.
yourself. And that's a huge thing starting out in the dating world. Like you kind of just have to like hold your ground and like
Mhm.
dive head first into
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah, no, oh, 1,000%, I love that, Cassidy. I
Thank you.
think, yeah, no, you're right. Like you need to feel confident within yourself because then like people will notice if you're not.
Right.
And again, everyone goes through that. I'm not confident all the time. Like honestly, I'm
Right.
probably less confident than I am more confident, if that even makes
Right.
sense. But like that's life, and like
Hmm.
that's a part of it. But yeah, going into really anything, meeting friends too, like
Right.
meeting new people in general, and like
Hmm.
if you're not confident, it'll kind of follow into, potential, not relationship because we're not at that stage yet, but
Whoa,
like,
whoa,
yeah, exactly.
whoa.
Back up, hold on, hold up. But you just, yeah, bring confidence and hold yourself high because, queen, you deserve to hold yourself high.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No matter what, you're on
um,
top of the world.
Cassidy, I don't know if I've ever seen you flirt before. Well, how do you go about it? Like, do you have like a go-to move?
No,
I feel
Maddie,
like I
I
kind of
don't.
do.
You do. You're the like funny, like outspoken, like, oh hi, I'm Maddie. How are you? Like, oh haha, like that's funny. Like, are you gonna take me to drinks? Like, I just feel like that's you. And I'm over here like I I just always think like Maddie is like the fun, outgoing one, which like I'm fun and outgoing as
You
well. Don't
bitch,
get me
yes you
wrong.
are.
But I'm more of like the chill girl who like doesn't want to overstep the boundaries kind of thing. I'm just like, oh no, like it's chill. Like we don't have to. Like no, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, flirting for me, and like that's why like I haven't wanted to talk about it because like I really don't know.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I go from being in a relationship that I'm like when I'm in a relationship, like I'm fully committed to
Yeah.
that person and I am in that
Well, that's the thing
relationship.
is I feel like, and this is like not in a bad way at all. Like you are very much a relationship girl. Like as in
Right.
like, you would well, I guess like everyone kind of would, but like you would rather be in a relationship like, a long-term, like very
Right.
serious.
Right. Yeah. So like if I don't really like see anything like
You're not
within
gonna
you
give it
like right
time.
off the bat, like I'm not even gonna like look into it
Entertain, yeah.
ever again. Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I have to like step back myself is because I feel like when I get out of a relationship, like it takes me like a while to move on. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's just the person I am. Like I don't know, I just always want to see the best in people and
Yeah.
that is a great trait to have. I have a huge heart, great trait to
Mm-hmm.
have, but it's also a setback when like dealing with stuff like this.
Yeah.
But like I X people off too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I should say I get the icks so quick. You could do one thing wrong. One like you
Yeah.
could say like mispronounce a word, which like I can't even like spell or talk or
You're like,
anything.
gross.
No, yeah, and I'm like, oh god, like don't ever talk to me again, please, God, don't ever talk to me again. So that's why, like, I feel like I never even get to the flirting stage
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, no, X,
Instantly
X,
pick out
X,
the
yeah,
flaws.
exactly. So I don't know. I don't know how to flirt. Honestly, I just kind of am like being myself. I mean, it
Yeah.
obviously helps when I have a few drinks in me and like we can crack some jokes or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think I'm the kind of person. This is gonna sound. I feel weird saying this, but I
It's
feel like
okay. That's what this is. That's what this podcast is for.
I'm the person who, not that's like mean, but will like insult you like in a
Oh,
funny
I
way.
am so mean when I flirt. I am
Yeah,
the meanest when I flirt.
Yeah, and I'm
because
like,
I think it's
why?
hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm like, why am I doing, like, I just met them, and I'm like, what shoes are those?
No,
like,
I
you
literally
think that
like
matches your outfit right now?
I literally will be like, you really walked out of your house wearing that shirt? Like, what was your thought process? Like, what was going through your head when you put that shirt on tonight? Like, did you
but
think
honestly, like,
it would help
make
you?
them second guess themselves.
That's
like,
what I'm
down for
saying.
that.
Like, I can, I guess flirting for me, I just try to pull out every single freaking joke that I have. Half of the time,
Let me open up my playbook. All right,
No,
start from number 1.
literally half of the time they are not that great, but I think it's almost like showy for me. That's probably why I like enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it. Like, but no one is good or bad at it. And if it like if
Right.
you feel like you're not like in a certain situation, if you're feeling like, oh, I'm like this is not going well, like I'm really bad at flirting, no, that just means they're not like don't continue with them because like the vibes aren't there.
They're not catching
like
the vibe.
yeah,
They
they're
don't.
not like they're not the one for you. All right, like you know, you tried, move on.
Right.
But when I flirt, like I like to, I say I'm like really mean. I'm not. I
just like to throw like
pick
little digs in there.
Yes, because
Mhm.
because it's playful and like it helps create banter back and forth,
Right.
and that helps a conversation like you know continue on and not just like stop. Like, oh, where are you from? And they're like, oh, like New Jersey. Okay, cool. Like, you know, but if you like throw in those digs,
You're not playing 20 questions here.
no,
Please.
exactly.
God
if you like throw in those digs, it's gonna like get them to respond. We're not saying like walk up to someone and be like, you're ugly. Like, don't say that. I mean, even if they deserve it, maybe say it. But like, you know,
just
obviously
like a fun, playful dig.
Exactly, like point something out that's not hurtful. That will kind of make them like giggle or laugh. You know, it's like if you see a guy walking through a bar with a martini glass, you know, and like you're in their like vicinity and like y'all's conversation kind of merges, be like, oh, like my mom loves that drink, you know, like say something like funny that, you know, so that they'll kind of have to respond.
Right.
You know, and then to me, sometimes if the vibes are high and I'm like, okay, yeah, could see like this potentially going somewhere. Again, you know, this was me like 3 years ago. But
me currently, I'm like, hi.
I always am kind of like, you know what, just throw out the bone, be like, oh, I'll save you from having to ask for my number. Like, I'll give it to you. Like, without them even asking. Be like, oh, you didn't even have to ask. Like, I'll give you my number. It's okay. Like, pull out your phone.
9.8 times, like, out of 10, that, like, works. And the good thing about, like, playful, like, slight little digs is, like, it makes them think, too. And, like, kind of be, like, a little creative. And you can catch their vibe of, like, oh, damn, like,
well, you can also see, yes, 1,000%, like, if they're witty, if you will get along with them, if you share the same sense of humor, if you, you know, like, if y'all could even vibe, because it's like, sometimes if they just can't really, like, catch on, you're like, oh, yeah, this is never gonna work. Like,
you said,
let's move on.
Forget I said anything.
But also, it's like, you could almost, like, create a bit, in a sense, but, like, and use it, and kind of, like, again, practice, like, get comfortable, like, with, well, get comfortable with what you talk about, like, how you approach it, go about it. I totally lost my words there. It's been a long day.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, honestly, just, like, have some jokes in the back of your pocket, or just, like, something funny. Everyone loves, like, laughing, or, like, just being, like, entertained by something. And it's also nice to, like, watch what the guys say, because sometimes, like, you can take, like, their jokes and, like, use
spin it. Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah. And it's almost like, sometimes it's just fun to go, like, back and forth. It's like, oh my god, like, it's just like a little,
it's a little like banter, like it get like banter, and it's, I don't know, it's fun, and it obviously it gets you thinking, and honestly kind of, you know, lets you know if they're smart or not.
Right.
But it's like your own personal little comedy show. That's all. I mean, I want to be a comedian one day, so you know, I just use it to
fashionably brokes community
to like practice my bits. But going back to like the like relationship part in a sense. I'm kind of the same way as you. Like, after a breakup, it takes me a really long time. And that is like one thing I kind of want to talk about in a sense of like, between my last boyfriend and my current love of my life, I didn't date anyone. I didn't even want to really date anyone. I just had fun for like 5, almost 6 years. And of course, like, you get lonely. Yes, sure. But like, I was not ready. I was ready when I was ready. And so like, I know that's one thing a lot of people struggle with is like, they think that they have to move on so quickly. They think like, oh, well, all of my friends are in a relationship and I broke up with my boyfriend a year ago. Sweetheart, it's okay. You just might not, like, you're probably not ready. Like, don't try to like force anything. Like, don't try to be ready because you're probably not. And like, God, it is the most annoying thing that everyone freaking says. And it's the only way I can
gag me.
No, it happens when you're the happiest. When you are thriving in your life, even if it doesn't feel like it, you will meet someone, or like, not even meet someone that you want to date, but like meet someone that you want to go out on one date with. Like, when your guard is down. That's the way to put it. Not when you least expect, when your guard's down. And you don't when have like that guard ready to
up. Start again, 24/7.
And you don't feel like you have to protect yourself. Like, that's when it'll happen.
Yeah, I agree. And like, everything is in your own time, no matter if friends are starting to get boyfriends, no matter if your ex has moved on to someone else, like, kind of like,
who cares?
Don't even let that, like, don't even think about that. Don't even let that like sway you in any direction. And I feel like going back to like, it takes me a while to get over someone. So I'm just in the point of life where I really want to focus on my career and where I want to be in a year, in 2 years. Like, I really want to like dive headfirst into social media and really succeed in that and like put all my focus into that. And I feel like doing that is like where I'll find myself the happiest. And like you said, like, it comes when your guard's down, when you're least expecting it, when you're happy with who you are and where you are in life.
Oh, I 1,000, because also it's like, you're not going to get into a relationship if you're not in a good place. If you feel lost in some ways, not that you have to have everything figured out and then like some magic man's going to show up in your life. Like, that's not how it works. But it's like, it's just, again, in a sense where you are vulnerable in a good way, and you'll meet someone, like, you'll stumble across like your paths will cross in the most unexpected way too. Like, that's the only way I know how to explain it. Or like, you're just not looking for them, and then boom, hello.
You said, hey, like, how are you?
Let's go grab some dinner. You know?
Exactly. But I think right now, with me focusing on myself, you know, really pushing like my dreams and like all of that of where I want to be in life, is the perfect time for me to get my practice in with flirting and to get some free drinks at the bar. But remember to always be them and watch the drink be poured and then take it away as well.
We don't trust these hoes. We don't trust these men. All right? Okay? No. Not trustworthy. All right? So watch your back. You know, don't be too vulnerable with them.
Fine, I'll be the guinea pig, guys. I'll do it. I know y'all are begging. I'll start flirting and I'll bring my flirtatious stories back to y'all.
But again, we just kind of want to reiterate, like, flirting isn't as hard or as scary as it comes out to be, as like we think it is. You know, it's honestly, have fun with it. It's almost like, you know, you're going out and like, hey, let me practice some comedy on this guy, or hey, like, you know, because at the end of the day, the worst that can come of it, they say no. You don't like them, or honestly, instead of dating them, they become your friend.
Right. And half the time, like, you never see these people again. Let's be realistic.
Yeah. And if you do, guess what? Just walk the other way, sweetheart.
No,
walk the other way.
Like, oh, who are you?
Like, do I know you?
So I don't think I've ever met you in my entire life. Thanks, though.
And also, ghosting is majority of the time okay. Just don't be mean.
Exactly.
And be yourself.
And I think, yeah, just to end it off, I think be yourself. Flirting should never be a hassle or like something that you have to like fully think about and plan out kind of thing. Be yourself, talk like you usually do, and it's going to come out naturally. And if it goes great, great. If it doesn't, oh well, walk away.
Exactly. Like, it's not the end of the world. But yeah,
go grab a shot. You'll be fine.
Exactly. You'll forget about it in 10 minutes. You will 1,000 forget about it. But yeah, no, It comes natural. It's natural. And like, even if you feel like it doesn't come natural to you, it does when you're speaking to the right people.
Right. Exactly.
It'll
perfect way to end that.
100% come natural. And then Kassidy, you mentioned this earlier, and I think that we should like touch on it just a little bit. Okay. So we were talking about like, oh, go flirt with men. Men are yucky. Men give us the ick. So
this week's top 5, you guessed it, top 5 icks that you have encountered, that you think are funny, that you've seen from afar. Like, you can be icked out by someone else too, just like in public by afar, and you're like, oh my god, like,
gross.
Don't do that.
1,000% gross, ew, icky.
I'm excited about this because like some of mine are like hilarious, at least to me.
But they're gonna be funny. Kassidy, don't take my job. No. I'm supposed to be the funny one. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm turning funny too. You're rubbing off on me.
It's our weekly talk, so that's what it is.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
We just get each other both going, being funny.
You're welcome. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're making my flirting skills go up. When I go out, I'm gonna know how to work it.
We'll have a seminar after this. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll walk through some scenarios with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll do some like role play of like, you're the guy, I'm the girl, like what happens, kind of thing.
Hey baby, can I take you out to dinner?
I'm like, actually, no.
I'm busy.
The special line I use is, I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
No, I always give out the wrong number because I don't know how to say. I don't know how to be like, no, go away, bye. I mean, like, obviously I have a boyfriend, so I'm like, yeah, I have a boyfriend. But like, sometimes I'm like, if they're like, oh, well, like, I want to connect you with like whatever, or like, oh, I don't know. There are some situations where I'm just like, yeah, sure, have my number, and I'll give them the wrong number, and then I'll give them the wrong name in the phone, so they can't even find me.
The worst thing is, though, when you like type in your number and like it's the wrong number, and they're like, oh, let me just hit call so then you can have my
my god, yes, that is the worst. And then you're like, oh shit, like, I think my friends are waiting, like, I gotta go.
I was like, my phone's dead.
I'm like, damn, I don't have service. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. There's so many people in here. I don't have service. Or like, it's so loud. Like, I can't. I gotta.
What'd you say?
I gotta
go. No, but those make like the funniest moments where like you're literally like, oh my god, that's not my number.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. Like, if you're a guy, don't do
the audacity. The audacity.
Like they think you're lying. Like, obviously,
exactly. But like, don't question me. Like, what do you mean you're gonna call me? Like, what do you mean you think I gave you the wrong number? I did, but like, rude.
Don't accuse me of that.
Exactly. Like, walk away. Wait, honestly, it kind of is.
Yeah. Don't ask for my number and then call me to get your number.
Call me. I mean, if we're at, like, work, that's another thing. If I'm like, hey, sorry, I don't have a business card on me. Like, here, like, can I get your number and I'll call you real quick so you can have mine?
Yeah.
But if you're asking for my number with other intentions, don't call me. Not while I'm standing right there. Do not call me. Also, too, when people do that, half the time, I'm like, I don't even know what your name is. So you're calling me for no reason. Like, I'm not going to save it.
Oh, that's another thing. I'm the worst at remembering names.
Oh, me too.
You can tell me your name 5 times and I'm like,
who are you?
Wait, what'd you just say?
Oh, the worst with names and honestly faces. The amount of times
You reintroduced yourself and they're like, yeah, I know you.
one of my best guy friends, I did that. Like we're really close now, and then, like, he's really close with my boyfriend. Ew, I hate that. Ick number 1 for girls. I hate when, like, my best guy friend, honestly, like, that's disgusting, but whatever.
Sus.
It's not.
No, kidding.
It's not, I swear. But, like, I introduced myself to him 3 times.
Not surprised.
Yeah, 3 times, and they were like, we've met before. And then the 3rd time, they're like, we've met twice before. You literally were at my house. Like, I'm like, so, dementia.
Said, there's nothing up here.
Yeah, I got 3 brain cells. Sorry about it. And they're occupado.
Yeah, and they're full. Okay,
God damn.
top 5 icks. Some of mine are, like, serious ones. Others are funny. Whatever.
Okay.
Ick number 1, wanting to stay in 24/7. Like, oh, no. Let's just stay in. What do you mean stay in?
Yeah, what do you do?
You stay in. I'm going to go out and try to meet someone else.
But it's like, what do you do?
You can only watch movies for so freaking long.
Exactly. Like, stay in and do what?
Exactly.
Eat?
No,
gross. Nasty. Take a bath?
No.
Gross. Boys do not belong in baths.
Ew! Disgusting. An ick. Oh my god.
I know, that's a huge ick, right? Guys taking baths.
As a guy, like, I'm gonna go take a bath real quick. I'll be back.
No. Excuse me? What do you mean?
You mean like a shower? And he's like, no, I like to sit down in the bath.
No, you don't. No, sitting in general for girls. For girls.
Exactly.
Oh god. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. I'll just go through all 5.
I was about to say, this episode 1,000% is gonna turn into more than 5 icks.
Oh, we've already said 5.
Yeah,
like, for sure. But ick number 2 on my list: flaunting your money.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I want a guy who has some money. But, like, oh, yeah, bro, like, I just went and bought this. Or, like, yeah, I can
Chad.
No. Like,
Chad, shut the heck up.
Yeah.
Shut the heck
up.
up.
Like, Chad from, like, Sigma Chi or some shit.
Ew,
like, shut up. No one cares.
Disgusting.
No one cares. All right. Ick number 3.
Oh, God. I'm scared.
Putting on water shoes. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I don't care where you are.
Walk on those goddamn rocks.
Rough up those feet a little bit.
Take those rocks raw. Raw dog that shit.
I don't know why that came into my head, but it did, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, disgusting.
Okay, number 4.
God, yours are funny.
Shoes that are tied too tight. And, like, the bunny ears are, like, huge. You
can, like, see there's, like, a bump, like, and it's, like, their ankle is being squeezed. God. Yeah. And the long ass bunny ears.
Yes, where they're, like, almost stepping on them. I'm like, is your foot not suffocating?
To bounce off of that.
Yeah.
When men tie their shoes.
Ew.
Straight
don't ever stop and get down like on
one knee and tie your shoes. Like, I'm sorry, find a bench. Put your foot up on a bench. I mean, that's like a little bit better, but like still, ew. Don't tie your shoes.
No.
Don't tie them.
Don't do it. That's disgusting.
I don't want to watch you tie your shoes.
Okay, number 5, simple and easy, like trying to be a know-it-all.
Oh, yeah.
And just like spitting out facts or being like, no, actually it's this. And I'm like,
that's me.
No, Jason, it's not that. Like, shut up.
I didn't ask.
Exactly. And that's the point. I didn't ask.
I didn't ask.
Stop throwing fun facts my way. Stop telling me this or that. Like, I didn't ask.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Okay, your turn.
Disgusting.
These are funny.
I really tried to be funny. I actually had straight, of course, I say this every episode. I had a hard time, okay? because
There we go.
I have the mind of a goldfish. I forget everything. I literally, gone with the wind. Seriously, gone with the wind.
But it is like you see it in person
and
you're
it's like, oh, that was an ick. Yeah.
But then like it's gone and you don't think about it again until you see it or it happens again.
Exactly. And before the episode, I was like, it's really strange. Like I thought that I would have a ton of icks come to mind because I literally live with 2 men.
Right.
But honestly, they're cleaner than me. Like they cook.
Happens.
They cook. I don't cook. Like they fold their laundry as soon as they get it out of the dryer. I let mine sit. Like I am the ick. I'm the ick out of both of them. So like it was really hard. Like they don't give me icks, so it's fine. Okay, so my first ick is if you look at a man's hand and there was any little sliver of white showing on their nails, I'm throwing up.
I have another one, but like it's kind of mean.
Weird hands.
Help it.
Weird hands to me are icks.
Or just like, I know biting your nails is a thing and it gets bad. Like,
you're a man. Don't do it.
Get down to like biting the skin and like a rat.
Oh, don't touch me. Men that bite their fingernails, that is disgusting.
Disgusting.
That's disgusting. Yeah. Like weird hands just to me in general. I don't know how to describe it. I will fully judge a man on his hands. If they remotely look weird to me, like if they like hold them weird, I dated someone with weird hands and I just can't. It's an ick forever. I will fully look at your hands before I even talk to you.
Yeah, fair.
Ick.
I see that.
Okay, so my second one.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Is if they are actively not every day, but if they are actively active on social media, aka Instagram and TikTok, like if they're actively posting a lot and like almost like trying to be a male influencer, if they post a reel,
I'm the star of the show, baby, not you. Not you.
You can post pictures. It's fine. I'll allow it. You can post pictures, but if I see like 2 individual pictures in a row, not for me. It's not for me. Good, I'm not judging, but that's like a girl thing. That's for girls. It's not for boys. I know a lot of people won't like jump on that one, but like you can post, but like have a friend with you or like a dog.
Yeah, something any kind of else. I was about to say any kind of object, but don't you dare hold up a fish. Yeah. Never mind. No. Never mind.
Canceled. If you're holding a fish, you're officially canceled.
Blocked.
No,
done.
1,000%. Honestly, yeah, I will roast you.
That era is over. Don't do it.
Okay, my third ick is like, I don't really know how to explain it. When they like ask for help in a store, if they're like lost and they like can't find something, don't ask, just find it.
If you can't figure it out yourself, you're not a man. Come on.
I don't know what it is. Like if they like are confused or lost and like I can't find it, I'm gonna go ask them. No, don't ask. Just keep looking.
No, number one thing.
Keep looking.
Excuse me, ma'am. Where's the tampon aisle?
Like, keep looking.
Don't you dare.
Yeah. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay. I don't think I wrote down a fourth one. Okay, this is a random one. When men wear bracelets.
Really?
Watches are fine.
See, that's not an ick to me.
It's an ick.
I kind of think that's hot.
No.
I knew. Gold bracelet? Don't you?
Who are you, in the mafia?
Maybe.
Like, we don't need like some gabagool up in here.
No, a gold bracelet, a gold simple bracelet is fine. Where I draw the line is the James Avery fish hook.
Oh,
bracelet.
Well, yeah, it's disgusting. Are James Avery's even a thing anymore?
Yes,
where I lived, they closed down.
No, they're still a huge corporation. People still buy.
Oh, okay.
They're
well,
awesome silver. Anyways.
But yeah, bracelets to me are an ick. If it's a watch, it's fine. But if it's like, if you are like actively going out and like, oh, I want to find a bracelet today. No, you don't.
No, I just think one simple gold one wouldn't hurt. I mean, I'm not
Like what kind? Like
I don't know, just like a simple gold bracelet. I mean, I don't want someone who has like a yarn bracelet from like the 5th grade they're still wearing.
Other than a wedding ring, what do you think about rings on men?
Oh God, no.
Thank you.
No.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
No. Don't
That's
you
weird.
dare.
That's weird. That's
weird.
Honestly, like men that wear jewelry, but
Watch,
not
I'm gonna
all
meet
jewelry.
my husband. I'm gonna meet my husband. He's gonna be decked out in rings, and he's gonna listen to this.
Oh my God! No, like a wedding ring is fine, but like, don't walk around with a thumb ring.
Okay, I mean, you can wear like your class ring, obviously.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
If it's on your ring finger on either hand, it's fine.
Yes, correct.
I take it back. College ring and wedding ring. Perfect. Fine.
But it's like the index finger or like the pinky. No,
that's like if you are wearing like a skeleton ring.
Yeah, literally, what came to mind, like a skull, like a big honker,
a big
on
skull on like your pointer finger. Get away from me! Again with the weird hands. Why? I think like men that wear jewelry, except like I'm fine with necklaces. I am, but only certain kinds of necklaces.
Like a simple chain.
Yeah, like that's fine. Or even if they kind of like want to double up, but like I don't know. There are some things where I'm like, take that off. Take it off right now.
Yourself. Limit yourself, man.
And then my last one is like, it's kind of the same thing that I said earlier. Like when they ask for help in a store, just like the act of men clothing shopping. I think it's only me, but like sometimes I just like see them like picking through the racks and they're like, and then they put it back and then they're like,
no, or
it's
the point of them grabbing the hanger off the rack and being like,
and looking at it and then putting it back and making that face, where they're like, yeah, like. It's not like men it's just the act.
Do you like it?
No, it is like the act of them going in a fitting room and like checking themselves out in the mirror. Like that, no, like you can't, that's not, just buy it and like leave.
Yeah, just go home and like if you don't like it, return
it. Like buy it and leave. I know that's like so, they're not even funny, but like to me in my head, it's like that, you know?
No, it's so funny because like sometimes it's so true. Like guys, honestly, in any and every store, they just look freaking lost.
Like they
all the time.
And like to me, I'm like, ew. Like that's just right. Like they're just like, ew. I don't want to.
And like if you can't make a decision, put it back on the rack. Just leave it.
Yeah,
you're not.
Or also just don't even pull it out in the first place. Just like move the clothes like normal people do. Like move them, look at it, and be like, I don't really like it. No, they actively pull it out. They hold it up, and they're like, I don't know. Do I like it? Like, oh my God, could you ever imagine, you know, like how girls, like, if there's, like, mirrors in the store, they'll go up to the mirror and, like, hold it up against their body. If you're, do not ever do that.
Don't do it.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I can't. I cannot.
This is hilarious because, like, once you say all these, I'm like, oh, yeah, 110%.
Like, they're the most random things. Also, just guys in flip-flops. We talked about this earlier.
The only place you are ever allowed to wear that is walking down to the beach.
I don't even know if that. My dad wears flip-flops. I'm sorry, Dad. They need to go. They're disgusting.
I mean, my dad will, like, obviously wear, like, flip-flops, like, on the boat.
Slides.
Ew, no.
Slides.
No.
I mean,
no,
not
like
that's
even worse. No.
They're little,
no,
they're dogs. Them dogs out.
No, I would rather you be wearing the reef.
Wear Crocs.
Flip-flops.
Guys in Crocs is fine.
No.
It doesn't bother me.
Obviously, Morgan, that's what he wears all the
Oh.
time. That's his loungewear is Crocs.
Literally, the like only thing he wears: Crocs, tennis shoes, and cowboy boots. What a man!
God, got a good
Honestly,
one.
I was really trying to think about like before we sat down and talked. I like was talking to him, and I was trying to think about like icks about him. Obviously, he has stuff that gives like icks, but I was like, man, it's actually really hard to like think about that. He probably could pull them out like that, but
No, and icks are just so funny because some of them are just like so natural to do, and like we're just being assholes. But there's one, guys blowing their noses.
oh my
And,
god, yes.
Like not being in front of a mirror. Like
And,
you
like-
need to check to make sure you have nothing. Yeah, a nostril at a time.
And they're
like,
just going ham.
yeah,
Ham in
like brain chunks are coming out. Yeah, no, don't do that.
Ew.
Go to the bathroom. Like,
Please go to the bathroom.
do something.
Guy sitting on
Don't do that in front of me.
on a toilet. Ooh.
We could go all day.
Honestly, I
this is-
kind of want to go all day.
That's funny.
Do you have
What is
any
another
more? See, I do kind of want to go back to the Instagram thing. Like, guys posting on Instagram. Imagine a guy just sitting there looking through photos that he actively took and was like, what would look best on the carousel? Hey, let's do this one. Oh, yeah, this one's gotta go. Oh, yeah, this one has to go up. No, that's
See,
weird.
I feel like that's not as big as an ick for me because I feel like in today's world, like I want to be able, like if I don't know you,
Yeah.
if I meet you
I
out,
want to see your social
need
media.
pictures other than from
But
2015.
like, if you're actively posting like more than like 3 times a month,
If you are recording a TikTok, singing, dancing, no.
if you're posting an Instagram reel,
I barely even know how to post that. No.
certain things are fine. Certain things are fine. Like reels that my dad posts, perfect. When he's out and about in nature. Yep.
No, and like my dad will
perfect.
record on the boat all
Yeah.
the time, do that.
That is
That's
perfect. That's
fine.
normal. But like,
The issue is when you're in it.
and then also when you're just like actively like making a reel with like you like actively thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna film this to put it into a reel.
Yeah, look
I'm
at
gonna
me.
film this to post it, not just to film it and be like, oh wait, like maybe we could throw it up there. Well, I guess actually that might even be worse. I don't know. It's just like I think younger people making like my dad's fine. Like our dads are fine. Our dads can make reels
Yeah.
all day long. But
Right.
like no one else can.
Right. No, I agree.
You know?
I agree. I'm trying to think of more icks. It's like funny when you like bam, 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 bam. But
Right.
like now that we're like
Now
slowed
we're like,
down,
I
I'm
don't know.
I don't know.
But
Hmm.
I seriously, I know I say this every episode. Send us y'all's icks because I
Yeah. I
love
cannot
reading
wait to
them.
see these because they're funny as hell. And like every ick someone says, it's almost like
Oh
yeah.
a light
When you
bulb
think
goes
about
off,
it,
and
yeah.
you're like,
Mhm.
for sure that's an ick. That's
Exactly that.
disgusting.
For sure.
Or guys going on like a walk. No, not really. It's not funny anymore. We're done.
The icks are done.
We're
The icks are
done. Yeah, no, honestly, I'm giving myself an ick right now.
No,
I'm a
literally. Trying to come up with an ick. Let's stop.
I'm a walking ick. But I think that's the end of episode 30.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that we've been doing it this long, but I'm glad that we did episode 30 over this. I mean, we hit on a bunch of little things, but just be yourself. And honestly, like it's gonna come naturally. There's no like playbook to flirting. Put yourself out there. Be confident within yourself. Like when you're not confident, guys know that.
Yeah.
And guys are like, no. Be confident. Even if like you say something stupid, like who cares? Like
I know, literally.
if you
Like,
say it with confidence, like
they won't bat an
it's
eye.
like that.
They won't.
Exactly.
They won't think it's weird. If you're kind of
Exactly.
like, oh, like if you say it and you're like you wince or like whimper, like that makes it weird.
Whimper.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but like that makes it weird. Like just say it with confidence. Like you meant to say it. You meant to say it like that. You meant to say that word wrong. That's how I say it, you know?
It's part of the plot, bitch.
Exactly. It's part of the plot. And if anyone questions you or was like, oh, that was kind of a strange thing to say, I'd be like, that was a strange thing to say. What do you mean? What's wrong with
Always
you?
turn it on them. Always turn it on
what's
them.
wrong with you? What do you mean?
Exactly.
But yes, we hope you took something away from this episode. You know, we kind of hope that you look at like flirting and like going on dates a little bit differently. It's not like, you know, this huge scary thing. It's not like a task. Just be yourself, be comfortable, be confident. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't do anything that you don't want to do or that you don't feel comfortable with yet. But like it doesn't have to be as daunting as we all make it out to be. You know, it's fun and it's a part of life. Everyone does it.
Yep, everyone does it. Couldn't agree more, but I'm excited to hear y'all's icks, y'all's flirting stories, or any advice that y'all have for me. Please hit me with it because I don't know anything about anything.
We're open to suggestions, recommendations, and tips.
Exactly. But thank y'all so much for listening. Happy episode 30. Woo! This is a big milestone for us, and we are so excited to keep this going. So until next week, guys.
Bye.